Hi everyone, welcome to day number 7 at the Do Try This at Home school. I haven't got Nutty with me today. He's having a bit of a rest. He's very busy yesterday and then I made him clean up, so he's having a lay down today. So today we are going to be talking about fractions. They can be quite difficult to understand sometimes, so I've done my best to be as visual as I can, and the activities that I'm going to give you to do are very hands-on. They involve lots of cutting out, lots of sticking, or maybe you could use some water and some liquids and measure them out. But I will talk about that in a minute. Okay, so fractions. Here are my fractions. This is how I'm going to explain fractions. So, the number that goes on the bottom of your fractions, if you think of your fractions as a cake, and so the number at the bottom is how many equal pieces you have cut your cake into. So if you've got one big cake, how many equal pieces have you cut it into? That's the number that goes on the bottom. And then on the top, we write how many pieces of our cake we have. So I might have 2 pieces of my cake, but it was cut into 5 pieces. So I only have 2 of those 5 pieces. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I'm going to try and show you some fractions. So here we go first. So here's our cake. This is our whole cake. This is one whole. Now I've done some chopping up of my cake and I've chopped it into 4 pieces, but of those 4 pieces I only have 3 because the other one is here. So I have 3 out of 4 of those pieces, so it's 3/4 of my cake. Now I have chopped my cake into 2 equal pieces, but I've only got one of them. So I've got 1 piece out of the 2 pieces, and that's what we call a half. The other half of my cake is here. So I don't have that. I have 1 out of 2 pieces, which is a half. And this one, I've cut my whole cake into 4 equal pieces, into quarters, but I only have one piece out of those 4, so that's 1/4. Here's the 3/4 that I don't have because I've given them away to Nutty. So I've got 1/4, 1 piece out of 4. So on my website there are some worksheets for you. Some are just circles that you can cut out and you can decorate as pizzas or as cakes, and then you can cut them into different fractions. I will write you a list of fractions that you could make, and then you can stick them on some paper or maybe stick them in a school workbook if you have one of those. And then for those of you who are very good at fractions and a little bit clever, I am going to put some trickier questions up there for you. So I just wanted to quickly talk about liquids. You can use liquids to do fractions. So I had a bottle like this which I've taken photos of, and I took a picture of it full and I took a picture of it with 3/4, half and 1/4 of the liquid in it. So you children that like a challenge, if you take a bottle and then you measure it out into your jug and see how many millilitres it was. Mine was 1,000 millilitres. And then from there, I would like you to work out in millilitres what would be 3/4 full, what would be half full, and what would be 1/4 full. So you can measure it out if you want to, if that's how you learn, or you can just calculate. But it's always fun to play with water, isn't it? Especially different coloured water. Yeah, so that's your challenge for today. Have a lovely day, and I will speak to you tomorrow.